What's up? What's up? What is up, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, and you are in the mix. And not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but at six. I'm so glad that you're with us. So glad that you're with me. And I am committed to being with you each and every single day, Monday through Friday. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the digital airwaves of Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. And we don't stop. And of course, with my YouTube family. While you're here, while you're there, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Come on, like, comment, share, subscribe. Yes, I need you to do that. Drop your city in the comment section. Come on, let me know where you're watching from. Put on for your city. Let me know where you're tuned in from. It's important that we like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's important that you share this with somebody simply because your timeline could be someone's lifeline. You're here because you care, so I need you to share. Come on. Since you care, share this with somebody. Share it with somebody. Like, comment, share, subscribe, share it. My goal in 2024 is to help you reach yours. My desire is to inspire. My assignment is to help put you in alignment with your purpose. My job is to empower you to identify your identity. And we do that right here on In the Mix at 6. But we also do that in my Eagles Academy. Make sure that you join the Eagles Academy. It is where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor, it's where I empower you to soar into greater success and purpose with strategy, structure, solutions to empower you to move your life to another dimension, increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Not just information, but application and implementation for total transformation. Transformation where? In your relationships. Transformation where? In your business, in your mindset, in your skill set, with your tool set. Get your mindset better, your money will maximize. You get your mindset better, your relationships will get better. Join us in the Eagles Academy. You say, well, I'd love to do it. How do I do it? How do I become a member? Say less. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. Go there right now, theeaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button. Fill out the form and transform. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Fill out the form and transform. We are in the mix at 6. I hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. We're going to make it even greater. Share this with at least 6 people. Tag, tweet, text, tell, let somebody know. Are you ready tonight? Are you ready? If you're ready, type let's go. If you're ready, type let's grow. Yes. Come on. If you're ready, type let's go, let's grow. Good to see family tonight. Ruby, yes. Good to see you. Colorado, Brianna. Good to see you. Devaney. I hope I'm saying it right. Good evening to you too. Detroit, Brianna, Michael, Mount Clemens. Yes, sir. Rachel, yes. Purpose pushers. Let's go. Let's grow. Tanya, let's go. Let's grow. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's grow. We are continuing, my brother Billy Miller. Yes, yes, yes. We are continuing with our series. We're in part 3 right now. We're in part 3 of our series, His Needs, Her Needs. And you know what? Relationships these days, I mean, every single time it seems as if if you're opening up your social media, if you're scrolling down your TikTok, if you're on your Facebook, you're on your IG, it seems as if it's always battle of the sexes. What somebody's not doing, what somebody won't do, what somebody has done that they transgressed on. It's not really communicative. It's not really a lot of positivity. I know there's some positive relationships out there, and not seeing the light of day as much as the negative is. We got to do something about that. We got to change that. We got to have healthy dialogue. To build healthy relationships takes healthy dialogue, right? And we have to understand this, that relationships, marriage is a service business. If it's only about you won't be involved. It's got to be it's got to be about more than just I and me. It got to be about us and we. Malcolm X said this. He said that even when you switch the letters around, even when you add we and take the I out of illness and you add the letters W and E, even illness becomes wellness. Right? When it's so focused on I and me, not us and we stay where it is that we are. So we can't have battle of the sexes. We have to understand that yes, as a man, he has his needs. Yes, as a woman, she has her needs. How do we retrofit all of that together to where we understand that we need each other? Needing each other doesn't mean you're needy, right? Needy means I just have a handout to take. Needed means I have something to give. Too many people are praying for somebody to come into their life versus praying to be sent into somebody's life. When I'm sent, I want to serve. When I just want somebody to come into my life, to many cases, I want to be served. Come on, come on. Let's get into it. Do a little recap. Matter of fact, if you have not seen part one and part two of His Needs, Her Needs, listen, I need you to go and check that out. Yeah. I need you to make sure that you go and check it out. Everybody's an adult until it's time to communicate, huh? Go ahead and check that out. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/EddieConnor. Check out part one and part two. I'm only going to give you a small recap because we got to get into some serious content and some serious conversation with not just information, but also implementation. As I was talking the last couple of sessions, mentioning the fact that there's a fine line, there's a dichotomy between being needy and being needed. Needy, as I was just touching on it just briefly, needy is the opposite of need. If need is essential, we have to understand this, then needy means minimal. Need is essential. Needy means minimal. Needed means I have abundance. Needy means I lack. Needed means I fill in the gap. Are you following me? Right? Even scripture says, and my God shall supply all of your need. Right? According to his riches and glory. That which is essential, I will give you that. Because we understand that as human beings, we have primary needs. We need oxygen. We need water. We need food. We need clothing. We need shelter. We need resources, financial. Right? A lot of us, we confuse needs with wants. And so the whole aspect of needed speaks to the fact that I'm necessary. Needed means that I'm desired. Needed means that I'm important. Needed means that there's a gap that I can fill in. There's something that I can provide. To be needed means, here it is, that I am a resource to your life. I'm a resource to your life that you can't quantify. I'm a resource to your life that money can't buy. Right? Come on. So, where are my people tonight? Where are my people tonight? Just type I'm needed. Come on, type I'm needed. If you know you're a resource, if you know you're essential, if you know you're valuable, if you know you're desired, if you know you're important, come on, just type I'm needed. I didn't tell you to say I'm needy. Needy means I'm lacking. Needed means I am in abundance. Right? Your life gets better simply because I'm in your life. Not only am I a benefit, I'm also a necessity. To be needed means that I'm a resource that money cannot buy. There's a lot of quantity out here, but quantity doesn't necessarily equal quality. A lot of quantity. Come on now. You already know it. Just because there's quantity does not mean it equates to quality. Hmm? Yeah. So we looked at a woman's primary needs. I went in depth last time, part one. I encourage you to check that out when I went into what a woman's needs are. We mentioned affection, mentioned communication and conversation. But number two, spiritual connection. She has a desire for that. Affirmation. Fourthly, companionship. Number five. Okay. Mentioning the fact that not only is a woman, yes, she's wired emotionally, but just because she's wired emotionally doesn't mean that she doesn't that she lacks logically, and that's she operates in both aspects, and she can operate in both aspects. On the flip side, as we talked about men, have to understand that being a man is hard work, but it is hard work, right? And so when you think about mental health, a lot of times we have to realize that you can't spell mental health without men heal, right? Men, of course, we have to do our work as well, and society only wants to delineate. Society only wants to incriminate to a certain degree. Society only wants to boil us down to the granular level to where a man's needs are just sex, silence, a sandwich, and the ego stroke. There's a brother who's watching me right now who said that ain't too bad of a bad deal. I could deal with that. Sex, silence, sandwich, and the ego stroke. Bet. Right? Not saying that's all he wants, right? Not saying that's all his needs are. There's more to him than that, even if he doesn't realize it. Mm. So us as men, looking beyond just the physical, looking beyond just the granular level, looking beyond just base needs. Admiration, a man desires that. Right? He desires to be respected. He desires recreation. He desires attraction. Right? The companion, the woman in his life, he wants her to be visually appealing. He desires personal expansion, which can be equated to space. Right? Space doesn't mean I need you to get out of my face. Space means space means I'm taking some time to plan, to strategize, to more mobilize, to organize, to think, to process. Yeah, space don't mean I just need to get out of my face. At least it shouldn't mean it. Have mercy. I don't want to get into too much trouble tonight. Last but not least, spiritual connection. Yes, whether he realizes it or not, he needs it, right? Because he's operating in a leadership role. One thing that oftentimes, when you talk about women needing affection, love, men needing admiration, which can be rooted in respect, notice I did not say anything about affection or love for men. Not that we don't need it, we just internalize it differently. Because oftentimes a man will quantify, a man will embrace respect and see respect as love. Respect does not necessarily mean I'm controlling you. You know, remember Coming to America? Remember Eddie Murphy was getting ready, or Prince Akeem was getting ready to marry that girl from Africa, or Zamunda, and he said, "Bark like a dog." Yeah, growl and all that other stuff. No, 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 no. And notice he didn't even want her. I want a woman with a mind, right? I do want her to follow my lead, but I want her to have a mind, right? This ain't AI. I don't want her to be on autopilot. It's just the fact that you trust my lead, right? And as a result, you respect me in that specific aspect, in that specific regard. And so we're talking about his needs, her needs. We're talking about his needs, her needs. Part three tonight. Part three. Let's make it do what it do. If you're ready, just type ready. If you're ready, type ready. Yes, type ready. I believe every man wants a woman whose presence says, I'm not needy, I'm needed. I believe the same thing for women when it comes to a man, too. I'm not needy, I'm needed. However, a woman also wants a man where she can say, he can lead me and I don't have to lead him. Right. And here's the thing, her submission to you is oftentimes based on the execution of the vision that God gave you. Her submission does not mean, hear me, that she's subservient. Her submission does not necessarily mean that she's derelict. It just confirms that your union complements each other. And as purpose partners, you all are in line, moving in the same direction toward the same mission. Right. And here's the thing, Being a purpose partner does not mean that you have to do the same thing that I do, or they have to do the same thing that you do, right? Because purpose goes beyond basic profession. A lot of times we think purpose is specifically profession. Purpose goes beyond profession, right? Because here's the thing, when you are a person who is a servant leader, when you're a person who wants to better somebody else's life, it goes beyond just that. You can serve somebody in the grocery store. You can serve somebody on your job. You can serve somebody in a particular aspect of hospitality. You can serve somebody in whatever arena, whatever genre, whatever line it is, simply because you have a particular heart posture. Purpose goes beyond profession. Is about posture. Mhm. Purpose is about people. Come on. Purpose is beyond just paper. Paper is the money. Purpose is about people, and it is about being around the right type of person, right? And here's the thing, far too often what we have done, we only focus on what somebody can do for us rather than what they can do with us. Come on. Too many times we're only focusing, purpose partner only becomes linear, dating and relationships and marriage only becomes linear, right? Because we're only specifically focusing on what somebody can do for us, not what somebody can do with us. When you're thinking about his needs, her needs, now it's moving me into the place to where I can do certain things by myself. What can I do with somebody? And what I can do, what I should be able to do with somebody ought to be greater than what I could do by myself. Come on. Best angle of approach is, what can you do with me? Can you communicate with me? Can you pray with me? Can you grow with me? Can you shine with me? Can you build with me? Can you support me and I support you? Right? Can you see it that a win for me is a win for you too, and vice versa? To where we're not competing against each other, that we're complementing one another. And one thing that we have to realize is that when you are in a position to understand that you're not needy, but you're needed, you understand that you're not chosen to chase. Oftentimes, here's the thing, what we tell men oftentimes is, yeah, 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 make sure that you chase that woman, chase that woman. No, anything you're trying to chase is trying to get away. Come on. Hide and go seek. You playing tag. So you ain't trying to get caught. Hmm? Anything you have to chase is trying to get away from you. Walking in purpose and destiny, here's what it does. It allows you to attract what's best for you rather than chase away what was never intended for you. Let me say that twice because it's so nice. When I'm walking in purpose, when I'm walking in destiny, it allows me to attract what's best for me rather than chase away what was never intended for me. Do you hear me? Right? Too many times we are in such a haste that we chase. This person got that person. This person got that person. Everybody seems like they getting married over here. I see this person getting a couple. They a couple over here. Every single time I go out, I'm seeing everybody in 2x2s. It look like everybody going on Noah's Ark. Everything is 2x2, 2x2, 2x2. But what about you? Right? And so now you're in such a haste that you want to just jump the broom. Yeah, you want to jump the broom into partnership, but not purposeful partnership. Forget chasing, forget all of that. It's about pursuing. That's the thing. In pursuit of purpose with the right purpose partner. Listen, like I said before, you know you're ready to date when it's not a need, it's a choice. Hmm? Yeah. Because here's the thing, when you're so thirsty for it, when you're just starving for it, now it becomes so needy. When you're needy, it comes off as thirsty. right? You don't want to be needy. It's about being needed. You know you're ready to date, much less be in a relationship when it's not a need, it's a choice. Because here it is. Choice allows me to be in a power position. Choice allows me to make a sound decision. Choice allows me, here it is, to not choose from weakness, but to choose from strength. Because here it is. Choice moves me into a place to where I'm healed. Choice says, no, I don't need a trauma bond. Choice says, listen, I've taken the time to make the choice, make the decision to deal with my frustration, to deal with my traumatic events, to deal with certain situations that are in my life, to where now I'm not bleeding on somebody who didn't cut me, to where I'm not calling what is baggage garbage. I'm not confusing the two. I made the choice to love me through what I went through. Now I can make the choice to recognize the signs of somebody who's going to love me to somebody I can build with versus somebody I have to build. see, here's the thing. We're confusing oftentimes because we're not healed, because we're needy. We confuse building with somebody we need to build. Hmm. Yeah. You find yourself doing more of building somebody's confidence. You find yourself doing more of building somebody's self esteem. You find yourself more of trying to build somebody up to recognize who they are. Hmm? Listen, you, you're not in a relationship, you're a therapist, you're somebody's counselor. You're dealing with somebody who needs help. They don't want love, they want help. Hmm? And when you take the time to actually make the best choice for yourself, you understand that here it is. I'm not in the business of building somebody. I'm in the business of building with somebody. You're moving by yourself. I'm gonna move it by myself, but we're a force when we're together. We can build something together simply because you're confident in who you are. I'm confident in who I am. And here's the thing: when you're trying to build something with somebody that needs to be built, but you saw them as a business partner, much less you saw them as somebody that you could build with, but they really needed to be built. Here's the thing: when you start building, trying to build with them, in many cases, as you are leveling up and leveraging your purpose to a certain degree, they will be intimidated by, here it is, who you are. They'll be intimidated by you. And you know this, as I told you before, whoever you intimidate will be who you eliminate. So it's not about being needy, it's about being needed, right? And I know I'm ready to date when it's not a need, it's a choice. I can say pass. I can say, no, you fine, but you're not mine. I can say, yeah, you look good to me, but I see you're not any good for me. Hello, somebody. Hmm? You're not so thirsty for a date. You can wait. Why? Because you understand this. Waiting is not a waste of time. About being needed. Beyond Netflix and chill. Can you both network and build? Listen, I know you call me, but can you cover me? You resemble my past, but do you match my future? Are you a wife or a knife? Are you a husband or a hammer? Are you a cutter or a consoler? These are questions that need answers. Hmm? Oh, I know you want respect. But can you expect respect if your attitude is not in check? See, here's the thing. A woman is not a nail that you hit and hurt. And then as a husband, you're not a hammer, you're a healer. As you desire to be a wife, you can't be a knife. You can't be a knife that gouges. You can't be a knife that cuts. You can't be a knife that incurs and that debilitates by wounding. Come on, because oftentimes your words are literally a sword. Based on who you are in your singleness will either lead to a marital bless or a marital mess, right? Because a pretty face plus an ugly attitude equates to an ugly person. Beyond looking pretty, how is your attitude and your personality? Beyond looking handsome, where's your headspace at? Right? Is the person who you're interested in, are they still handsome or beautiful with your eyes closed? All-Star game was the other day. I'm reminded of old school All-Star. Them old highlights, Magic Johnson throwing a no-look pass. He knew where the person was. He knew where his teammate was with his eyes closed, and he just tossing it over his shoulder. He throwing the ball behind his back. I know where you are. I know what position you're in. I know what you look like, and I know what you're getting ready to do. Why? Because I recognize you're in the position with your purpose. You're in the position with your attitude. What is your attitude and personality? If we didn't have any vision or sight, I should say, could I still envision who it is that you are and the beauty, not just on you or on the outside of you, but the beauty within you? Because here's the thing, we give so much credulity, we give so much credibility, we give so much deference to the outside. But what is the state of the immaterial self internally? Yeah. Man, look at the outward appearance. God is the one who looks at the heart. Listen, I love fruit. I do an assortment of fruit each and every single day, especially for my breakfast. I hate when I'm getting ready to cut open my bananas and throw them into my blender. That is a beautiful looking banana on the outside. Yeah. Ain't none of all that brown spotted stuff and where's mushy and where's soft. None of that stuff. I don't like that. If you like that, that's on you. When I open up the banana, it looks so beautiful on the outside. I'm like, oh, this gonna be gravy. And you open it up, it's just destitute, it's decrepit. It looks just totally rotten and nasty on the inside. How many times have you, in many cases, judged the person by the package? For good, bad, or otherwise. Person who you thought wasn't that great looking on the outside, they had a beautiful package within, but you didn't want them because you wasn't attracted to them. But the person you were attracted to, you found out that what's within you didn't match what was on the outside of you. Come on. I just want it to match. So we can be a match. Come on. I just want it to match so we can be a match. I don't want rotten character. Looking rich on the outside, but your character is rotten on the inside. Looking rich on the outside, but the way you talk to me is rotten when you open up your mouth. White teeth, but the words are rotten. Words seem like they need a root canal. Words need some filling because I'm not feeling your energy. Am I talking to somebody? Come on. Beauty is only skim deep. Maybe that's why the temptation said it was a temptation, right? Beauty is only skin deep. Temptations knew it was a temptation. I cannot just specifically focus on the outside. And I know we're attracted by the outside. I do want the outside too. Come on now. Want the person to look good to you. Want the person to be good for you. Want the person to be good to you. But if it's just solely surface and is just solely focused on the container, But with what's within the container, what's within the person doesn't match, you won't remain a match. And when you think about this, scripture oftentimes refers to, or it even mentions that he that findeth a wife speaks to the fact that the right woman has the qualities of a wife, right? He that findeth a wife, meaning when I find her, she's already got the qualities contained within her. She's a wife when I find her, but she's my wife when I marry her. Do you have the qualities of a virtuous woman? Bruh, do you have the qualities of a faithful man? Right? Because we always talk about Proverbs chapter 31. He that findeth, we always talk about Proverbs 31. Who can find a virtuous woman, her praise far above rubies? But we don't talk about Proverbs chapter 20, verse 6. Who can find a faithful man? We're in a generation where brothers want sisters to be virtuous, but sisters want brothers to be faithful. Both genders are asking who can find. Hmm? Come on. Man wants to know about a woman's past. Woman wants to know about a man's future. Not saying that she don't want to know about his past either. Right? She's a wife when I find her, but she's my wife when I marry her. But here's the thing, before she ever says I do to me, she's first said I do to herself. Before he ever says I do to you, he first says I do to himself. What is himself? What is he saying I do to? I do to the purpose that God gave me to do. Not just sitting, waiting for the hookup, not just sitting, waiting to date and mate, not just sitting, waiting for a purpose partner. I'm in my purpose. And since I'm in my purpose, it now navigates me to the course towards my partner who is in their purpose. Do you have the qualities of a wife? Do you have the qualities of a husband? More than looking pretty, more than looking handsome, more than in many cases we would say in the NFL, much less the NBA, being a paper champion. You got all the requisite skills. You have all the requisite players. You have all the requisite talent. You going to the Super Bowl. You going to the NBA Finals. Beyond just what I have on paper, what am I doing with my purpose? Come on, come on, come on. Listen. I need you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on. You can do, come on. Let's do that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Come on, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. Come on, come on. Let's not stop. Come on, YouTube. Come on, like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't be selfish tonight. Come on, let's be selfless. Let's be selfless. Let's be selfless. Come on, share this with somebody. Share this with at least one somebody. Matter of fact, share this with at least 6 people. We in the mix at 6. Share this with at least 6. Come on, share this with at least 6. Lydia said, "This is so good." Come on. Come on. Yeah, I know more people think it's good too. Let's share this. Let's share this. Since it's good, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's share it. Pretty face plus an ugly attitude makes you an ugly person. What is the makeup of the person's personality? Right? Beyond the countenance of somebody, what does their character makeup look like? Because here's the thing: a lot of times we have a can be a great personality or what we think it seems, but in many cases, the closer you get to that individual, you find out the personality is not a fragrance; the personality is an odor. You smelled good when I was this far from you. Now that I'm up close and personal, let me create some more distance. Right? Because here's the thing: what is it to smell good, but your attitude stinks? Oh, y'all don't want to talk to me. Hmm? What is it to smell good? But your attitude is nasty, negative, no good. It reeks. It's deplorable. We can't even. talk about anything beyond that because we still trying to get through past the line of the attitude. Attitude determines altitude. I can't get off the ground with you. Hmm? I can't hear anything that you're saying because the character and the posture and the nature of your heart is speaking to me. Come on, somebody just type attitude. Somebody just type attitude. Attitude. Shouldn't be rude. Attitude should be one of gratitude. Come on, yeah, I gotta have an attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude shifts me to another dimension. Attitude of gratitude says, listen, I'm just beyond just getting a gift. I recognize you are a gift, right? Because attitude of gratitude means this: I recognize that your presence is a present. You're needed. Mhm. You're needed. There it is. Unwrap the gift in you. You got to go ahead and get the book. Go ahead and get the book. Unleash, unlock, unwrap your purpose. Recognize that there's a gift on the inside of you. Everybody is a red box and a gold bowl gift to the world. Tragedy is to be gifted, but to never open the package, not just never opening the package. Some of us have opened the package, but we're not using what's in our package. You're packaged with purpose, promise, possibility, and potential. The Apostle Paul said, stir up the gift. Proverbs said your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. But I love what Pablo Picasso, one of the greatest painters of all time, said the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give your gift away. Giving my gift is going to understand and move me to the place to where I lift other people. Listen, it's about recognizing that you are a gift to somebody, and then now being in a space and place to where other people ingratiate you because they recognize that you're a gift too. Got to stir up those gifts. That's part of purpose. That's part of navigating the space of purpose, partner. Hmm. Listen, if you're not a part of the Eagles Academy, this I think this is what they say in church. This is a good place to praise them. Yeah, yeah. This is a good place to get in position. Go ahead right now to the eaglesacademy.com. It's where I coach, is where I teach, is where I train, is where I mentor, it's where I empower you with not just information, but insight for implementation. The implementation moves you to a greater place of transformation. Yes, in your business. Yes, in your relationships. Yes, in your spiritual gifts. Yes, in your natural gifts. Yes, in your ideas, increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. This is where it is. Navigating the space. And how do we do that? With strategies, with structure, with solutions, with systems that empower you to soar to another dimension. Go ahead right now, theeaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button. When you get there, fill out the form. And when you fill out the form, you'll be in a place to transform. Where are my eagles at? Come on, drop some eagle emojis. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat. We want to welcome you with wings of love because you be in a place with other eagles who understand that a win for you is a win for them too. Gifted, amazing, insightful, visionaries who you need to be in a space and a place to connect with, to learn from, to grow together. Yeah, growth looks good on you. Let me get back to what I was saying. Here's the thing: you can secure a bag, you can secure cars, you can secure clothes, you can secure shoes, and still be unhappy. Because too many times relationships have oftentimes become transactional, not accountable. And here's the thing: when the transaction runs out, people run out. Why? Because certain people only saw you as a means to an end. Hmm? Yeah. And we have to understand this. Here it is. for sustainable growth, sustainable relationships, sustainability in marriage, we have to understand that it's about beyond what's on the outside that brings fulfillment. Hmm? You have to get the inside right. What is the makeup of someone's inside in regards to the heart posture? What are they doing? Here it is to get their house in order. Because here's the thing that we have done. We've said this and we've heard this. What goes on in this house? Fill in the sentence for me. Come on. What goes on in this house? What do they say? Stays in this house. And hear me, that's a lie. Why? Because whatever goes on in the house doesn't stay in the house. What goes on in the house bleeds into the community. What goes on into the house bleeds into the school. What goes on in the house connects to the church. What goes on in the house connects to other relationships. What goes on in the house follows you when you leave the house. Right? And here's the thing, the house is beyond just the roof. The house is beyond just you shuffling through shoes and shirts and skirts. It's you shuffling through the shelves of your soul. The house is your heart. The house is your mind. The house is your soul. The house is your spirit. And in many cases, we're in a house where the dishes are put away. We're in a house where the rug and the carpet is vacuumed. You're in a house where the wood floor, you can see your reflection in it. It's so clean. You're in a house where the bed is made. You're in a house where the shoes are put together. But the house of your heart is nasty. The house of your heart has revenge. The house of your heart has bitterness. The house of your heart has trauma. The house of your heart has skeletons in closets that say caution. Come on. Come on now. The house of your heart has memories that still haunt you. That still need to have the corridors of your mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit cleaned out. And then there are others who not only do we need to clean the house of our heart, we need to clean our house too. Come on. Them clothes been in that dryer for a whole week. They're dry now. Fold them up. Come on. Yeah. Fold it up. The relationship has been over for years now. Fold it up. Hmm? Because in your mind, you're with somebody still mentally who's moved on. And you stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck, wondering what's up. I got to lift my mind up. I got to lift my soul up. I got to do the work to level up. Right? I have to, here it is again, get my house in order. Because it just doesn't stay with me. It reverberates beyond me. And when I have my heart posture right, you understand this as a woman. Your heart won't just be in the hands of any man. It'll be in the hands of the right man. When you have your heart posture right, bruh, your hands won't just be in the hands of any woman. It'll be hands of the right woman. Why? Because the right person has to seek God to find me, because that's where I'm hidden. Yeah. I'm not just hidden in the car. I'm not just hidden in aisle 5 of the grocery store. Not just hidden at Saks Fifth Avenue, not just hidden at the Louis Vuitton store, not just hidden at the job. No, I'm hidden in the proximity and the place of God's hand, which finds me in the place of my purpose. So it is about preparation beyond just the situation that I am in. Understanding your value as a good man, understanding your value as a good woman. And here's the thing, because we have been so indoctrinated with such a culture of toxicity and negativity, masculinity is oftentimes seen as toxic. Very rarely do you hear about toxic femininity at all. But masculinity is oftentimes seen as so toxic. And then when somebody is good now, because the culture oftentimes is so savage, when somebody is good now, as a good man or as a good woman is now seen as a pick me. A good man is now seen as a weak, soft, impotent man who can be controlled. Come on. When the only way I can truly be good is if I'm connected to God. Money don't make you good. Clothes don't make you good. Name and acclaim and fame and notoriety still doesn't absolve you from impropriety. You're only good because you're connected to God. But so many people are so disconnected from God that they don't want nothing good. Or when good comes around, they're not in a good space and place to be able to embrace. Can I talk to somebody tonight? He or she that can be good to me and good for me. Somebody just type good. We ain't good, but we still good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. I refuse to allow somebody who treated me bad to stop me from being good. Hello, somebody. Just because they treated you bad, don't mean you have to start being bad. Just don't let it stop you from being good. Right? Because somebody who's good is looking for a good heart, looking for a good man, looking for a good woman. And many times, good men get a bad rap. Hmm? Good men of the world, oftentimes seen as docile. Good men of the world, oftentimes seen as somebody who they can step on their heart, mistreat them, mismanage them. And then when they flip to the other side, what is the cry? There are no good men around. That's a lie. Oftentimes we say there are no good men and there are no good women simply because it's based upon where we're looking at. Where's your vision? Where is your visual acuity in line and in step at? Hmm. Because sometimes where we are, why we are where we are, how we are where we are is based upon where we're looking. Yeah, I have to change where I'm looking to change what I'm seeing. Come on. Yeah, right? I remember my mother would take me on trips. I was a little boy, my brother and I, to places outside the 9-mile radius view of where it is that we lived. So, yeah, she'd take us to the East Coast, New York, go to North Carolina. We go visit family throughout the greater area of these yet to be United States of America. We lived in Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, man, real ting, no problem, man. Shout out to my Caribbean brothers and sisters. Right? She was exposing us to where our vision and what it is that we saw wasn't solely just connected to the 9-mile radius view of our world, because what I see dictates what I will be. What I see dictates what I will desire. Could it possibly be that many of times our young people only just want to be an athlete, an entertainer, a dancer, whatever the case may be, simply because that's all they see? Could it possibly be that you only end up in relationships with a certain type of individual, a different face, but a same heart position, simply because that's all you see, that's all you're looking at? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I got to adjust my vision. And then now, when I adjust my vision, I do the work, I expect different manifestation. I can expect different provision. Let's think about this. Somebody just type vision tonight. Somebody just type vision tonight. Somebody just type vision tonight. Too many times we are calling sight vision. Sight is of the eyes. Vision is just of the heart. Here's another word for vision. Another word for vision is faith. Another word for vision is revelation. Faith, vision, revelation are interconnected with each other. Too many times we're looking in the same place at the same type of people because we don't have the faith to look forward. We believe because somebody treated us a certain type of way, how we allowed them to treat us means we'll only attract the same type of person who's going to mismanage us and who's going to mistreat us the same type of way. We don't have the faith to envision our future and to expect the revelation of the manifestation of what it is that God told us that we would have. So here it is. In our haste, we end up wasting our value. So don't become the type of wife who's going to add to somebody's life. You become a cutter, not a consoler, not because you're bad, but because somebody treated you bad. And now it becomes a defense mechanism. I'm going to make sure don't nobody treat me bad, because I'm tired of being treated bad, even though I'm in a different relationship with this person, the different person with the same type of character. Let me go on the defensive as a defense mechanism. I got to have vision. You need that book, 2020 Vision, as well. Because a woman mismanaged your heart, now you refuse to allow somebody to talk to you in any type of way. Now you are getting into a position to where now you decide to control. Love and control are not going to operate in the same space. Here's the thing about love. Love does not restrain you. Love constrains. What does scripture say? The love of Christ restraineth us. No, it does not. It says the love of Christ constraineth us. Meaning, here it is, constraints mean I have healthy boundaries. Constraints mean the fact that I refuse to transgress on this particular area. Why? Because I love. And because I love, I live differently. Do you hear what I'm saying? When I love, I live differently. Think about it. Think about it. Because we always talk a lot about wife, but let's look at the whole aspect of the vision of a husband, the intricate qualities, if you will, of what a husband provides. We talking about his needs, her needs. Is anybody getting anything from this so far? Because if not, I ain't too proud to shut it down. Try it again tomorrow or another day. Think about this. And can we splash my book Wife on the screen? I feel every single time like you see, a book or an image over my shoulder, I feel like a news anchor. But if you don't have that book, go ahead and get it. Wife Wisely Inspired, Faithfully Empowered. Becoming the right one for the right one. A lot of times people see that book, they think, oh, this is just what a woman needs to do. No, it's how a man also needs to prepare. Because here's the thing, oftentimes, because the relationship rhetoric has become so top heavy, the scales have not been balanced. Here's what we have done: we have prepared women for unprepared men. There's a conference every week on how to be a wife. There's a conference every week, an empowerment conference for women. Not one on men. Who really taught us as boys, much less men, on what it takes, what to do, how to mature into the aspect, into the position of husband? Thank you for the graphic. Go ahead and get the book. Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, iTunes, Audible, ebook, audiobook, hard copy. Society inculcates the fact that boys becoming men is just through the rites of passage of sex, silence, sandwich, and ego stroke. To where the messages in the media, the messages in the music, the messages on the movies, yeah, the movies, the media, the music has always taught men, or males rather, to be with 1,000 women, but not love one woman 1,000 ways. Pastor G, you rocking with me? Yes, sir. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to let them know what's up, bro. You can say it better than me, right? So with that type of messaging that has been inculcated within a lot of us and passed down generation after generation after generation, regardless of social media, that message was around before social media, right? Social media, in many cases, just now encapsulated it into a greater way to where it echoed even more. So to a certain degree, if a man don't even know how to be a husband, why would he want to be a husband? If a woman only sees being a wife as something as this is just a fashion accessory, hello, somebody, or it's just an opportunity just for me to stunt on my girlfriends and make other folks jealous and just have financial security, then here we go again. It just becomes transactional. And so after that, it's easy to say I don't, because here it is, saying I do is about me getting something from you. Having the title of husband, having the title of wife is more than just the title. If I don't have the qualities, I'm not in a place to where I can function. And think about this. The definition of the word husband, I want you to realize this, is the result of combining the words house and band. Yeah, house, band, right? House, band, husband. He recognizes the needs in order to be a house band. House band meaning I envision, I have vision, I have protection. A husband is a man with a vision. Man means to maintain. Man means to manifest. Man means to maximize. Man means to use God's manual. Man means mature, assertive, nurturer. Just because you're a male doesn't mean you're a man. Male is somebody who just operates in his gender. Man is someone who operates in their God-given gift through respect and responsibility. Why? Because they understand there's no respectability without responsibility. Oftentimes we did not see, as boys becoming men, we did not necessarily see the whole aspect of what a husband is supposed to be. We don't always have great examples. Shout out to those who had the great examples. They are still there. They're the unsung heroes, though. A lot of times, the examples were more worse than they were good. But a husband is one who's a house band. He enables provision. He enables protection. What is his job? His job is to bind. His job is to secure. His job is to encircle. His job is to instruct. His job is to tie the household together. Here it is, for the purpose of unity. And here's what society oftentimes does. Society oftentimes relegates the responsibility of keeping the house together specifically to the woman. Yeah. You got to do this, you got to do that and the other. And I just get the money and you just, fall in line. But here's the thing, a husband also is incorporated in that whole aspect, not leaving it to chance, not leaving it just specifically to the place for the woman to step in and fulfill that role. But the unity of it moves into a place of a unified vision. So what is he doing? He's ensuring that the household is maintained with order. How is order? Order is not with control. Order is with direction. Order is with vision, right? A husband understands this. To meet her needs, what are her needs again? She needs of affection, needs of confirmation of communication, needs of affirmation, needs of spiritual connection, needs of companionship. I don't meet her needs controlling. I meet her needs by loving. Yeah. Husbands, love your wives because sometimes that might be the hardest thing. When you don't understand, how do you love what you don't understand or who you don't understand? Communication, connectivity, affirmation, affection, right? And so here it is. Husband also, as a house band, is a cultivator is a cultivator and a communicator. And oftentimes us as men, we're generally derelict when it comes to that because we were oftentimes raised to see communication as something that is just something that women do. We don't communicate unless we call in plays in the huddle on the gridiron, calling plays in the huddle, 2-3 zone, 2-3 zone, man to man, from what the coach told us to do when we on the court. Right. So we did not necessarily develop that particular muscle. And because when you don't develop a particular muscle, what happens? It atrophies. Cultivator, communicator. Cultivator means here it is, I bring out the best in who is connected to me. I develop, I deploy, I speak life into. I'm able to grow. As a husband, here it is, people who are in my life, family, my wife, my children should not die. They should grow. Their confidence shouldn't die. Their confidence should grow. Their love shouldn't die. Their love should grow. Their interpersonal connection and connectivity, their view of themselves should not die. It should grow. Why? Because a husband is a cultivator. Husband is a communicator. I cannot cultivate what I don't communicate to. Come on. And in that aspect of being a cultivator and a communicator, now I'm able to not mismanage, but manage and maintain what it is the daily operations of what comes with being a husband with a vision. Husband with a vision is a good steward of his finance. He's a good steward of his resources. He's a good steward in his career and in his relationships and in his home. Right? He's not in a place to where he's lacking. He's in a place to where he's cultivating, he's communicating, he's creating, he's producing. He doesn't want to reduce you. He wants to produce greatness in you. Why? Here it is. Because he understands this. He understands that a woman is an incubator. Come on. What I give her, she can flourish. What I give her, she can nourish. Come on. As an incubator, give a woman a seed. She can give you not just one child. She give you multiple children with just that one seed. Why? Because she's an incubator. Give her words of wisdom. Give her sweet words. Give her encouraging words. Watch her bloom where she's been planted. She's an incubator. Give her that. Give her those words now on the flip side, which is negative, which is despondent, which tears her down, which doesn't lift her up, which destroys her self-confidence. Yeah. Adds to the destruction of it, which destroys her internal connectivity, interpersonal development. She's an incubator. As a result, guess what? Her attitude is going to be despondent now. Attitude is going to be off. Why? Because a woman was not created in chaos. She came into the position when everything was in particular place, in harmony. So he's not focused on lacking. He don't want you to lack because what's in him doesn't lack. Do you see the correlation? Generally, if something is lacking within me, I'm going to project that lack onto you. But no, he understands that a woman is an incubator. She can flourish, she can nourish. Give her a seed, she'll give me some children. Give her a house, she'll give you a home. Give her some groceries, she'll give you a meal. Give her your vision. She'll equip you with ideas for provision, panoramically, because oftentimes as men, we only see linear. Give her some mess too. She's going to give you some stress back. She's an incubator. May not want to debate her. She's an incubator. Right? Right type of wife. Going to add to your life. You know you got the right one. You know you got the right rib when you can breathe a lot easier. You're not coughing. You're not sneezing. You're not wheezing. You're not suffering from asphyxia. You have the right one who understands that both of you are assets to each other. Think about this. Husband classified, quantified, can be clarified even in two words: house band. Think about this. I don't know if you ever seen a house band performing at a local restaurant, on TV, in a movie. Think about this. A house band is comprised of a group of musicians. Got a group of musicians. Somebody's got to be the arranger. Somebody has to be the musical director. Somebody has to be on percussion. Somebody has to be on strings. I don't know if it's jazz. I don't know if it's rock. I don't know if it's soul. I don't know if it's a gospel band. Here's the thing. Oftentimes, the husband is in charge of a house band like a musical director. What does he have to have? He's got to have keen insight. He's got to have keen insight to see what needs to be added, what needs to be subtracted. He's got to have the right ears to hear. I got to hear from God. I got to hear what is needed. I got to hear what is necessary. I got to hear what needs to be arranged. I got to see, I got to hear what needs to be directed, what needs to be managed, what needs to be assessed. Right? Because here's the thing, he doesn't want to create a cacophony, he wants harmony. Come on, playing drums just on its own with no surround sound with it may not sound too good. Playing piano keys could sound better without just being played by itself. But when you're able to come into a place to where you got synergy with your energy, a synergistic aspect in a relationship to where, guess what? The wife is working on one accord with the children. The children are working one accord with the father. Father's working on one accord with the mother. The house is banded together. Here it is through love, through leadership, through connection. A threefold cord is not easily broken. Everybody's playing on the right chord on one accord. It's not a cacophony, because the cacophony is the arguing. The cacophony is the yelling. The cacophony is the fact that we're not seeing eye to eye. But the harmony comes from a place of unity. Harmony comes from a place of love. Harmony comes from a place of togetherness. There are people who have the title of husband and wife, but in many cases, because it's a cacophony and there's no harmony, you're more like roommates. People who have the title of being in a relationship together, but because there's no harmony, only thing that's connected are your hands when you hold them together, but your hearts are far apart from each other. Why? Because you're not on beat and you're not on sync, and you're not in the place of the right rhythm. Something is off. And a lot of times, because we're not in the right rhythm with what God's vision is for our life, here it is. Both of y'all got two left feet when you should be dancing together in the right steps. Why? Because oftentimes we come from a place of being needy but not needed, simply because there is chaos, there's disorder. The right type of husband and wife understand that they add to each other, not subtract from one another's vision. Why? Because here it is. The vision is bigger than just me. The vision is about we. It's not that you failed, it's we failed. It's not that you succeeded, it's the fact that we succeeded. Come on, somebody just type we. We. Oh, it's we when it's an anniversary. Oh, it's we when you're walking down the aisle together. Oh, it's we when you're going to the banquet and the concert and the date night and the restaurant and shopping. But it's you when there's friction. It's me when I felt I did right and you did wrong. Come on. Too many of us are focused on me. And in many cases, that's why it's just us. That's why it's just me by yourself, but not focusing on we. Success is we. Failure is we. How do we turn the failure into success? Is going to take we, not just me, not just I, but us. Come on, somebody like, comment, share, subscribe. If you know that it's about we, not just me. Come on, like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, come on. Especially YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's tight, but it's going to be all right. Why? Because you're becoming the right one for the right one. Hmm? So, man, you prayed together, but now you pray together. You're a leader who can lead her. Sis, you can be led simply because you understand the vision and you can follow. You can add to it versus subtracting from it. You both add to one another versus subtracting from one another. Why? Because you understand that both of you together, his needs, her needs, is coming from the place and the aspect that I recognize that here it is. I've got a teammate, not an opponent. Hmm? I don't have to be on the opposing side wondering, are you going to treat me like the other person treated me? Is it going to end the same way that it began with the last person? No, I'm in a place to where I operate as a teammate, not an opponent. Why? Because I get to know what you need, not what I agreed. Do you hear me? I get to know what you need, not just what I have agreed for. Yeah, greeting, being greedy with just your hand out to take, but not to give. Need means I want to supply because I understand I can meet a need because I'm needed. Come on. Needy people were never able to meet your need. Why? Because you were trying to love people who only saw love as survival. You were trying to love people who were dealing with their own trauma and they really needed you. They weren't in a place to contribute. They were only in a place to subtract. They weren't in a place to add and multiply. They were only in a place to divide. That's why you were frustrated, simply because you kept being a counselor when you wanted to connect to a communicator. Come on. You kept having to be a psychologist to somebody who couldn't walk in purpose with you. You kept having to, here it is, be someone's father or mother because they were dealing with mother father wounds of their own. You found yourself frustrated in a relationship, much less a marriage, simply because you kept trying to be a parent to somebody, but it wasn't a parent to you until the relationship delineated or disintegrated, rather. Yeah, you're trying to raise somebody like you were their parent. Hmm? You found yourself trying to take responsibility for what somebody else didn't even have the wherewithal to pick up. You found yourself picking up behind somebody like they were your child. Hmm? Trying to build a man, trying to build a woman. Now you have somebody who wants to build with you, right? Because now I have a different level of discernment that somebody can match me on the level that I am on. I can meet a need because I understand I'm not needy, I'm needed. Only somebody who is needed can meet needs. Only somebody who is healed can meet needs. Only somebody who understands that I have somebody who can meet needs. Here it is. I understand that since they move into a place to where they want to serve, they can also be served as well. I refuse to allow them to meet so many needs to where their needs are not met and they wind up pouring from an empty cup. Oftentimes, because you were trying to help needy people, you were pouring into people who had holes in their cup. They couldn't even receive it. And if they did, they wasted it. They could never win with you because they only wasted what you gave them. They wasted the love. They wasted the care. They wasted the consideration. They wasted the communication. They wasted the attention. They wasted the affirmation. They wasted the affection. And rather than your cup overflowing, you felt as if you gave so much of yourself to where now here it is, you are mentally exhausted, psychologically drained, spiritually inept. The leap in your step was lost. Rather than leaping, now you found yourself limping. Rather than walking in strength by faith, you found yourself hobbling and worrying and crawling, being in a place to where here it is now you've found yourself needy because the person who you thought was right for you absolved you to a certain degree, withdrew the life from you. Hear me, the right person that God has for you is not going to leave you emotionally bankrupt. It's not going to leave you spiritually inept. It's not going to leave you psychologically frustrated. It's not going to keep you exhausted. It's going to move you into a place to where you're revived, you're refreshed, you're restored, your spirit is resurrected. Why? Because here it is. The person who you're not just praying to be sent into your life, you're praying to be sent into their life. They understand the enormity of the gift, the value, and the anointing on your life, that they're needed in your life. Why? Because you're being prepared for the right purpose partner, being prepared for the right husband, for the right wife. Yeah. Title is beyond talent. A title is beyond how great somebody dresses. Title is about beyond the way somebody speaks in tongues. The title is about the essence of the function with someone's character. Hear me. Carrots without character is chaotic. You're not marrying her cleavage. You're marrying her character. You're not marrying his height. You're marrying his heart. You're not marrying what he drives. You're marrying what drives him. You're not marrying their money. You're marrying their mentality. Because in actuality, got to be with somebody who recognizes the value in you, supports you, encourages you, speaks life into you, and then pours back into you. beyond the power couple, which oftentimes means power struggle, got to have a purpose partner to where they understand your needs and you understand their needs. How does that look? I don't just love you the way that I think you need to be loved. I love you the way that you need to be loved. And I can never discover how you need to be loved till I ask you what your needs are. Woe unto me, woe unto you. If you're trying to love somebody and they don't even know how they need to be loved. That's for part 4. That's for part 4. I'm out of time. Y'all know I'm not out of truth. Come on. Rock, paper, scissors foundation. Yes, yes, yes. I got more. I got more. Out of time, not out of truth. Talking about his needs, her needs. We got to bring part 4 into this. Got to bring part 4 into this. Because too many times we're just focused on what a woman should be doing, what a man is not doing. But here's the thing, what can we do together? Well, the demarcating line in a relationship is not just what somebody can do for me. I need you to understand me. It's what somebody can do with me. Come on. I just need you to just do it for me. I just got a transactional aspect of the relationship. If I want you to do it with me, now we're accountable to each other. Hello? Come on. Somebody talk to me tonight. I want you to just do it for me. It's transactional. I want you to do with me. It's accountable. We hold each other accountable to the vision and the standard of what it is that we have outlined. Why? Because you're not an opponent, you're a teammate. And guess what? What do teammates do when they know they dropped the ball? Yo, my bad, my bad, my bad. We win together, we lose together. We fall together, we rise together. We play by the rules together. Get relationship rules. How to win at love, leadership, leveraging your purpose. Go get that. Go get that. Wife, wisely inspired, faithfully empowered. How to become the right one for the right one. Not just what women do to become a wife, but what men do. A man should do to prepare for one. I think I saw Dear Queen and Dear Queen Volume 2 there. Those are some other books to get. There's 16 books out there. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Go ahead and get them. Go ahead and get the copies of the books. Go ahead and get the copies of the books. Oh, yeah. Mom and my brother and I, we were on a magazine just a couple of days ago called Majesty. Looks so majestic, don't you agree? Yeah. Yeah. Mom is a star of the show. She's the fashionista. She's a showstopper. Yeah, she would have me and my brother in suits. I mean, we were like 2, 3, 4 years old, rocking suits. It's crazy stuff. I dare not put any old photos up. Y'all will log off if you saw them. Listen, it's time to maximize your mindset. Time to maximize your mindset, sharpen your skill set, build your tool set, recognizing that you are an asset in any and every environment. I want to show you how to do that. Go to eaglesacademy.com. Go to eaglesacademy.com. Kayla, yes, accountability partners. Kenya said, yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yeah, with about 50 S's. Absolutely. Suited for success. Yes, Rachel G. I like that. Go to the eaglesacademy.com, showing you how to grow in greatness with amazing visionaries like yourself, is where I coach, is where I teach, is where I train, is where I mentor, is where I show you really how to galvanize your greatness. Listen, here's the thing. I realize this. The world is an ocean of knowledge, but oftentimes too many people are drowning in ignorance. In many cases, with the world being such an ocean of knowledge, we have information overload. And here's the thing. You've got enough information. Let me give you some systems for implementation. Yeah. Systems that you're able to experience transformation. Where's the transformation? In your business, the transformations in your relationships, the transformations in your mental health, the transformations in your gifts, the transformation is in your purpose. The transformation is in whatever you put your hands to, it prospers. The transformation is in your spiritual development. The transformations in your emotional intelligence, your relational intelligence. Holistic experience, holistic transformation. I want you to get that by being a member of our Eagles Academy. Don't you want to experience that with other people who are experiencing growth, with other people who are experiencing transformation in their life, with other people who are leveling up in every specific avenue and area of their life? I know you do. So come on, go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Yes, the eaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button. And as you tap the join now button, I want you to fill out the form. Fill out the form and be transformed. That's right. Yes. There's at least 10 of you watching me that I know, listen, you ready to experience the challenge. You're ready to experience the transformation that it is that you desire to have this year. And hear me, transformation doesn't happen in a silo. Transformation doesn't just happen by yourself. Transformation happens in a crew, in an environment of accountability partners. You don't just soar as high as your dream. You soar as high as your team. You say that twice because it's also nice. You don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. Go right now to the eaglesacademy.com, fill out the form, be transformed. Let me give you the strategies, the structure, and the solutions to soar to another dimension for holistic transformation, for holistic development that takes place in our Eagles Academy. I realize this. It's about creating a longer table, not a taller fence. Yeah. What I mean by that, there's room enough for everybody to eat. There's room enough for everybody to grow. There's room enough for everybody to be transformed. There's room enough for everybody to experience holistic healing and wholeness and coming into the awareness of their gifts and their purpose. If you show up for you, I guarantee you, what you want to show up for you will show up because you showed up for you. Go ahead, become a member of the Eagles Academy. Go ahead, theeaglesacademy.com. Tap the join now button, become a member. I've got a number of different resources that are out there as well. Go to theeaglesacademy.com/store. As I've said before, my goal in 2024 is to help you achieve yours. And I'm showing you how to do that with a number of different resources. The bestseller book blueprint. As I said, I've written 16 books. Let me show you how to take your manuscript to the marketplace, how to build your book, how to increase your sales, how to become an authority as an author, how to get those books out of the garage and out of that trunk, and out of the backseat of your car, and put them in the people's hands who are waiting for you to show up. Yeah. How to build your book at all, right? Some of us are procrastinating on the book, and I'm giving you a blueprint of what I have done each and every single time to build my book, to become a best-selling author, to make sure that every single time I drop a book, it goes number one. How do I do that? It's through strategies. I'm giving you the strategies to do that. Successful speaker strategies. You want to get that as well. Bestseller book blueprint. You can go to theeaglesacademy.com/store, as well as accessidentity.org/author. Successful speaker strategies. accessidentity.org/speaker. Same thing as well. It's at the eaglesacademy.com/store. And on the eaglesacademy.com/store, there's about 14 resources there for you, 2 of which are free. More in 2024, ebook, How to Become More and Make It Your Best Year Yet. Then also the art of communication. Your words are like a paintbrush. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? I guarantee you, listen to me on this. It's about making an intentional investment in your words. Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. How are you connecting when you're communicating, if at all? You got to connect when you communicate in your relationships. You got to connect when you communicate when you're giving the presentation at your school. You got to connect when you're communicating in the boardroom. You have to connect when you're communicating as a teacher, as a professor, as a nurse, as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a judge, as someone who's galvanizing the community. You got to connect when you're communicating when you're going live on Instagram or YouTube. People have to feel you and connect to what you're saying. I'm showing you how to do that, how to wow your audience, how to be invited back, how to share your signature story, how to overcome the fear of communicating, the fear of public speaking. Go get the resources. Go get the resources. Because beyond just the hard tactical skills, if you're really going to not just survive, but thrive in this new world that we're living in, this AI world, you still need EI. Yeah, don't just get so caught up on AI, artificial intelligence, that you ignore emotional intelligence. Don't just get so caught up on AI that you ignore RI, relational intelligence. Soft skills make a big difference. Yeah, beyond just brawn, your brain, tapping into the mental health, the emotional intelligence of what it is that you are. Your head and your heart have to be interconnected to connect to people each and every single day. Revolution not only be televised, it be digitized. So check out the e-store. There's more in store when you go to the e-store. Did anybody get anything from this session? We've been tackling his needs, her needs. Come on, just type yes. Just type yes. Just type yes. Yes, I'm going to be at my best. Yes. I refuse to settle for what's less. We're going to come back and do part 4. Why? Because there's more in store. It's a series. It's a series. Yeah. I'm serious about the series. The series is serious. Yeah. The series is serious. Yes, it's a series for sure. Let me look at a couple of these comments here. Says Deborah says, is there a code for the book bundle? You gotta act on it real quickly. You gotta act on it real quickly because I'm about to make it expire by midnight tonight. Use the word soar at checkout. SOAR. You gotta act on it ASAP. Use the word soar at checkout. And I'll just say that the code will bless you. The coupon code will bless you. Coupon code will bless you. That's not just for Deborah. That's for anybody else listening to. We're coming back for part 4. Richard G says your topics are like Lay's potato chips. Can't you just have one? We popping and we all the way up. Lay's potato chips, Pringles, all of it. Making it do what it do. Part 4. Y'all know I'm out of time, but I'm not out of truth. I appreciate y'all sticking with me, staying with me, rocking with me, rolling with me. Thank you for all of that. Thank you for riding with me. And, we just been giving out content, empowerment each and every single day, Monday through Friday. Y'all know what it is. In the mix at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and of course, YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube, head over to the YouTube side, youtube.com/Eddie Connor. Hit like, hit comment, hit share, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're up to date on anything that takes place, that drops anytime that I go live as well. Follow me on all social sites, but you got to spell my name right, at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Listen, if I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, be sure to reach out to me. Y'all know who it is. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Your main man, 100 grand. Your brother from another mother. It's been fun, but y'all know a brother got to run. It's been a privilege. It's been a pleasure. A treat, a treasure, a joy beyond measure. Remember to keep the faith and believe that's going to be bigger, better, and brighter. Peace and love. Keep soaring higher. Hey, it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Listen, don't you want to level up in your life? Don't you want to actually dominate this year? You need strategy, you need structure, you need solutions. If you're going to level up in your relationships, you're going to identify your brand identity. If you're going to identify your identity, this year to become more, this year to do more. I'm telling you, this is the time to grow your greatness. You need to be in a secure environment, in a community that really cares about your growth, that wants to enhance it, wants to push you in a place of not just information, but transformation for your application. I'm telling you, you don't just go as far as your dream, you go as far as your team. Join our team. Become a part of the Eagles Academy. Go right now to eaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button and become a member of this amazing academy with so many amazing people, locally and globally, who understand that their network determines their net worth. They want to soar into success and purpose. I can't wait to see your face, not just your space. Go right now to eaglesacademy.com. Yeah.